What's up, guys? Today I wanted to talk about lifting and making lifting simpler, honestly, because I think a lot of people nowadays, there's a lot of information about lifting, there's a lot of bullshit about lifting. Honestly, what I'm trying to do with my channel is kind of keep it simple-ish and, in a sense, stick to the kind of the basics, stick to the good information, avoid all the too much like getting into the science of everything and just like what is optimal, what is not, all that. Because I feel like it's a rabbit hole and it just never stops because there's always new information. Like if we go back to the silver era and these bodybuilders in the silver era, you know, and these guys, they were doing movements such as just like, guys like Steve Reeves, etc. These guys were doing just barbell curls, bench, basic squats, maybe some kind of back movements, whatever, rows, like whatever they had available with the equipment they would do, right? And these guys built amazing physiques, better physiques than you see on a lot of people today, honestly. And these guys had like 18-inch arms, like naturally built through pure discipline, consistency, eating well, training hard. Obviously, they had some training knowledge, but they kept it quite simple. At the end of the day, like you can make lifting pretty simple. I don't think it has to be that complicated. It's basically eat well, so be in a surplus if you want to build muscle. Train properly, train hard enough with intensity, volume, etc. And then recover hard, so sleep well, etc. Get your nutrients in, so on, vitamins. And just like, yeah, at the end of the day, it's not that hard, like lifting. Like, even I know, like deep down, like I might have a program, but at the deep down level, I know lifting is simple. Now, does it get harder as you progress to like elite levels? Yes, of course, on your advanced elite level, it gets harder to progress, of course. I'm not saying lifting is like not complicated at all, or there's nothing to it, but at the end of the day, especially if you're intermediate novice, it's really simple. You just eat, recover, and train hard. At the essence of it, that's what it is. That's what lifting is. And I feel like the silver era mindset would be good to apply nowadays is kind of stick to some basic movements. Don't start having a million variations and everything. And stick to some basic core movements you have for certain things. Focus on what you want to grow. Or if you want to grow everything during the week, that's fine also, like a full body program or upper lower, whatever. Push pull legs. Just focus on the essentials, movements that you know are true and tested and work. So this would be like just doing maybe a couple of variations of curls, do like bench press, do squats, do deadlifts, do a row, like just basic shit, and this works. It's been proven and tested it works. It builds muscle. That's how I built my muscle, is basically squats, deadlifts, bench, doing curls, doing, some kind of a tricep movement, forearm movement, doing abs, like just basic shit, like sit-ups, leg raises, like lateral raises, rear delt, face pulls, like it doesn't have to be complicated. Just pick a couple of movements you like, stick to those, progress on them, train hard, push yourself, eat well, recover, and that's pretty much lifting. Like, it doesn't have to be more complicated than that. Now, are there some nuance to that? Of course. I'm not saying lifting is not complicated at all. There's quite a lot that can go into lifting, but that's what the essence of lifting is. I feel like that's something that's lost also nowadays, is just the essence, the simplicity of it, keeping it kind of like at that level to an extent. And I feel like lifting as a topic, it's very over diluted with content, and there's a lot of bad information when it comes to lifting. And just, I think most naturals, some of us just need to hear the basic things they need to do to grow. Yes, of course, you can manipulate volume, intensity, and all these other things, but especially with training wise, you can manipulate a lot. Not so much maybe eating and sleeping wise, recovering, so much manipulation that makes you grow faster, but the training is very important, of course, and manipulating that properly. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of also people that don't really run programs, they make a lot of progress. You know, they just stick to the basics and they make a lot of progress even as an intermediate. And they do that for years and years and years, and they get like 18-inch arms even. Just sticking to the basics. They get a 3-plate bench, just training, eating, and doing their thing over time, progressively overloading, training hard. Like, it's at the end of the day, I've seen a lot of those examples. These guys don't really run like crazy programs. They just like eat, sleep, train hard at the end of the day. That's kind of something I've been applying myself as of late more as well. It's just the way thinking more like the silver era guys did. I hope this brings some thoughts. And you know, if you have any thoughts about this topic, thank you for watching.